welcome to Trans Geek Girls live Facebook Q&A and announcement time. Hope everyone is doing well today. And we are going to be getting started. So first off, we're going to kick on the intro because I can. So I hope everyone enjoyed that. That was the intro to Trans Geek Girl. That's my that's my show that I try to put out every week. I guess I'll get in some announcements first. I'm going to be cutting back my publish for Trans Geek Girl to every other week. And the reason behind that necessarily is not a bad thing. It's because I'm going to be introducing a new show. Yeah, I can talk today. I'll be introducing a new show, which will be airing probably starting the end of March, beginning of April, roundabout. I have a little sneak peek. I have the intro about 80-90% done, so I'm going to pull up the intro. And we're going to go from there. Remember, while we're doing this, start popping them questions up. So when we get done these announcements, we can actually get into some Q&A and some other fun stuff. And after this announcement, I will be showing what I'm trying to give away today. As well as, remember, we will also have the chance to appear on my show, That Trans Geek Girl. So a lot of good stuff happening. So let's get into it. So hopefully you guys like this. I've been working really hard, been writing the episodes and everything else, so it's been a lot of work.
All people are manifestations, disguises of the total reality behind this cosmos.
May the odds be ever in your favor.
All right, so yes, that is the 90% done intro for my new show coming out, which is called The Dystopian Archives. The idea behind the show is one of my favorite subject matters in fiction is dystopic or dystopian literature, like 1984, Fahrenheit 451. I can keep going on and on with it, but so I'm going to create a show, and the idea of the show is every episode there is no we. I'm going to be covering at least one of a dystopian world. So one episode will be on, say, 1984. Next episode would be on the Hunger Games and that world, etc., etc. I believe there's enough dystopian fiction out there where I can keep this show going for a very long time, and there's always new dystopian stuff coming out all the time. I can even span into the stories behind video games like Fallout 4, stuff like that. So I hope you guys are excited about it like I am. I think it's going to be a really cool show, and it's not something I can really find anything about as far as ongoing shows. There's people have talked about dystopian stuff, but no one who's actually done it far off. So now we're going to talk about this a little bit more. So we're going to move on. So like I said, I do have a giveaway if we get 10 viewers, and I will show what the giveaway is. This is a Loot Crate exclusive. This is a Metal Gear Solid hat. Like I said, it's a Loot Gear snapback. It's limited edition. It's brand new. And if we can get 10 viewers in here tonight, somebody can win this hat and have this hat shipped to them, and I will send them and I will contact them after the show for information, but we will be doing that drawing here live on Facebook, so it's kind of exciting. And also, regardless of how many people we get on here, we will have a chance, you have a chance to appear on my show, Trans Geek Girl, like I said before. And you also will be talking about what you want to talk about. So whatever topic in geek culture you want to talk about, you can talk about. Whether it be Ruby, whether it be Star Wars, whether it be Star Trek, fantasy, World of Warcraft, I don't care. Whatever you want to talk about, we will set up a show, and you will be a guest on that show, give full credit for it, and everything else. So it'll be kind of cool. So I'm kind of actually disheartened, though, that so far I've got 2 people. It's a start, though. I'd like to say hi to Daniela, hi to Adam. Thank you so much for watching today. Hopefully we get some more people in shortly. So does anyone have any questions? Please write them down right now. Any kind of geek culture questions, my opinions on stuff, things of that matter. Please write them down so we can keep this show running right now. So just put them right in the comments. And we have our next person. Hi, Steph. How you doing? So unfortunately, yeah, this can be a little bit slow sometimes. This is also being recorded, mind you, for this week's episode of Trans Geek Girl. Once again, pop down your questions. Any geek culture questions at all. I really don't care. Happy Saturday, Steph. And I will do my best to answer them, whether it be opinion, whether they be actual what have you, things like that. So I'm just waiting for some questions to come in. I'm going to keep talking in the meanwhile and talking more about my show and a new show coming out, Dystopian Archives, which I just put a preview up for, which I'm very excited about, mind you. I'm really excited about it. I mean, it's got a lot of potential, and it's something I'm really going to put a lot of time into and a lot of thought into in each episode. Not like I don't put a lot of time and thought into everything I do for this show as well, for Trans Geek Girl. My idea behind Trans Geek Girl originally, I will say this real quick, is when I started this show, I wanted to build some trans inclusivity into YouTube podcasts that didn't involve trans matters. Okay, that was my biggest thing. I could not deal, like, every podcaster talks about anything geek culture is cis, and cis is not an insult to anybody. It's just like I'm trans, somebody who identifies is cis. But my whole goal was to bring that aspect and show, hey, us trans people do like other things other than things that are trans. So, and that was my major idea behind it. And so far, it seems to be working pretty well. Any good comics or movies coming up that you love? I'm excited for Bingo Love and Black Panther. That was by Steph. Yeah. Black Panther, I'm highly excited for. My funny part is, my first ever episode of that Trans Geek Girl I did was on the trailer that released for Black Panther, which I did alongside Matthew Cruz, who was part of Realm of the Mist, one of my best friends, actually. That's something I'm very much looking forward to. The Solo movie coming out in May, well, supposedly in May right now, that's another thing I'm very excited to see, even though I know it's gotten a lot of negative press and everything else. It's Star Wars. I have to go see it. Battle Angel Alita is another one. even though it's a little weird to see a adaptation of Japanese manga directed by James Cameron, but James Cameron is an amazing director, and it's something I'm highly interested in seeing, and hopefully he's not going to mess up. I mean, this year is going to be a big year for geek culture and movies anyway. Of course, there's also Infinity War. I mean, that is... Yeah, I think it would be too. Alita does look excellent. How do I... other than that, I'm trying to think what else is coming out. I know there's more stuff coming out. But those are some of the biggest releases I'm definitely looking forward to. X-Men, excited about that coming out. Yeah, the new X-Men as well. How do you feel about the new releases? The new X-Men releases are you talking about? Because honestly, the X-Men... With the X-Men franchise, for a while, I could give and take it. Like the first movie, honestly, I had issues watching it the first couple times I watched it on DVD. I kind of fell asleep during it. With the later releases of Logan, things to that aspect, it was, Logan is an amazing movie. I loved that movie. It was sad, though. But with the X-Men... It's one of those franchises, I feel, that have been very much downplayed, and it has so much more potential than what they have been giving it. Now with the Sony's acquisition of 21st Century Fox, which was the previous owner of the X-Men, as well as some, Spider-Man, Fantastic Four, I see a whole lot more potential in these movies, so I'm kind of hoping that they can retcon a lot of the downplaying they have done in the past and make stuff a lot better than it was. And Sunico is out in the chat as well. How you doing, Sunico? I'm glad you're here. Other than that, that's about how I feel about the X-Men right now. I mean, if an X-Men movie came out if it was planning to come out next week, I would probably wait for it to come out and rent it from Redbox, because I've seen so much disappointment in the franchise. So that would be where I'm at right now. So let's see what other questions. I know you're awesome, Sunico. We have to hang out soon. It's been a long time, but... So, any other questions anyone has, please feel free to ask, by all means, because we're trying to do this for an hour, and things to that aspect. Any questions y'all want to ask, please ask away, because we got time to do this, and it will be... we're trying to have some fun doing this episode. So, I guess once again, this is being recorded live for Trans Geek Girl. None of your comments will be seen because I'm recording this locally off of the same program that I'm using to actually stream this. So, it's complicated, tacky jargon, everything else, but I've got it working, so... Because I'm awesome like that. So, next question is, what parts of the Expanse are you psyched to see come up in the show? And have you been reading it? I have not, unfortunately. My life has been a little on the crazy side where I haven't had much time to sit down and read anything. I'm hoping soon I can start getting caught up on everything with the Expanse and everything else. The same thing with the New 52. A lot of things to that aspect as far as like the print. I haven't had a chance too much to get over, get caught up on a lot of stuff. So I'm falling behind a lot of the comic book stuff, a lot of the print stuff, which I'm really not happy about. But unfortunately, these things do happen to all of us. Like I got done about a month ago through my huge work thing. I still have my friend of mine wrote 2 books so far, and I'm trying to concentrate on reading those. So that's one of the things that I've been working on right now to try to get done. So after that, I got to start picking up. Also have Sandman I have to read yet. things that aspect. It's just been really kind of rough. So I haven't gotten caught up on the Expanse yet. However, with Infinity, I will say about Infinity Wars, when I saw this trailer when I went to go see Star Wars: The Last Jedi, and I think the trailer had me about as psyched as the movie did. I mean, for Star Wars, I mean, I was on the edge of my seat seeing that, and it was just on. Especially at the end when you see the Guardians of the Galaxy pop up, I was freaking out. I was so fangirling. I was like, I don't know. That's just me. I'm very passionate about what I do, about geek culture and everything else. I always have been. I just now am able to more show it than I used to be able to. So, okay, Sunico asks, have you seen Star versus the Forces of Evil? Unfortunately, no, I have not. I will have to check it out. I just have not been able to do it yet. I really hope soon I will be able to, though. Like I said, unfortunately, I have very limited access to certain things. I have the internet, but I really don't have cable TV like that because it's an extra bill I really don't need. I have internet, I have Netflix, I have Amazon Prime. There's the expanse of everything I can expand on right now. And unfortunately, within the last month, with December, with my job, my time was just completely devoured by my job, moving. And then January into now even, I've had cold after cold. It's been a rough winter, so I need to get caught up on a lot of things. So yes, I will. I'll tell you what, Sunico, I will watch it online and I will touch base with you. So that's not a big deal. So that's not a problem at all. I will happily watch that. I'll try to watch it tomorrow. Actually, I don't really have much going on. Yeah, it's this weather. I moved December 10th to Maryland, which is actually not that far away from you, and it's been a combination of snow, freezing, like subarctic temperatures since I moved. Everything else, it's craziness, and it's kind of hasn't been fun, but at least the house stays warm and I'm comfortable and I'm finally in my own space now, which is definitely a bonus. So yeah, thank you, Sunico. Yeah, it sucks. And thank you for sending me the link. I'll have to definitely check that out. So what other questions missed a few here. So Steph says the new Steven Universe has been so fun too. Super recommend. I'm actually a Steven Universe fan. I've watched quite a lot of episodes until last year last year when I moved to Philly for a little bit and I didn't have cable. And I'm not getting into anything else that really happened then because you guys don't need to know about that. But pretty much I got into a point where, everything I watched, like there's certain shows I love. I always watch Steven Universe, Walking Dead, Fear of the Walking Dead. Shows that came on every week and I ended up having to miss them because I don't have cable. I have basic cable now, but I barely watch it because I'm too busy doing other things, unfortunately. So other than that, it's been a little rough to get caught up on the stuff that shows I want to see the Orville really badly, and unfortunately I haven't been able to see that. So hopefully very soon that's going to be the case. I'll be caught up on all that stuff and I'll be able to catch up on all that stuff. So what other questions do we have here? I'm always looking for more fun questions. Anything that I can talk about here or anything like that will be a definite blast. And by the way, if you haven't seen The Last Jedi yet, I do highly recommend it. Don't worry about what the internet haters say. Honestly, they're stupid. I love the movie. I like the fact it wasn't like the other movies. I mean, let's be honest. When we see a movie in a trilogy or in a saga like Star Wars is now, you don't want to see the same movie rehashed over and over again. That gets boring. So, and this movie was so different, but it was fun. But then everyone else was like, and it was funny too, because I remember sitting in the theater watching it, and the crawl comes up, and I'm reading this. I'm like, oh my god, this is episode 5 to a T, and I was so happily wrong. Like, I don't think I've ever been so happy about being wrong in my life. So. So who would I cosplay from Steven Universe? Who would I cosplay from Steven Universe? That is actually a really good question. Actually, I think I would do Rose Quartz. So I think I could pull it off. I'm not 100% sure, but yeah, I think I would do Rose Quartz. It'd be kind of an interesting one to do. So, and yeah, I don't cosplay, but it's something I've been really wanting to get into. It's just more or less been finances and everything else to get to that point of doing it. So, I probably could do a Great Pearl. You're right. That's another one too. I mean, the nice thing about Steven Universe is none of the costumes would be overly complicated. So it would be definitely worthwhile to do, and it'd be fun to do. Sunico, you want to be Jasper? I could see that. That would be fun. So y'all think Pearl, huh? That's possible. It's something I could think about. Something could definitely be talked about and possibly done. I'm going to be at CecilCon, or Cecil County Comic Con. Like I said, I can speak today, but yeah, I should be at Cecil County Comic Con, which will be a blast to attend. I went to Dover Comic Con last year and I recorded there. I'm hoping to go to this one. This one's supposed to be a lot bigger, so I'm guaranteed it's going to be a lot more fun as well. And this, like, really, the funny part is Dover Comic Con. Like, you want to talk about being repressed? Dover Comic Con last year was the first con I actually ever went to and spent time at. I went the previous year, but I was there for maybe 15, 20 seconds because I had other things going on that day. And, well, I think I did a quick walkthrough and that was it. Like last year, I spent the whole day there. I turned crispy but yeah, Cecil County Comic Con's in April. I'm going to be there. So if any of my friends who are there locally would be popping up, would be there, it'd be cool to see you all there too. I'll send you the actual date, Adam. I think it's the 15th of April. Not 100% sure, but it's at the Cecil County College. But it's supposedly like they get over 1,000 people there. So, I mean, where we're at, we're not going to have like a monstrous Comic-Con where it's, hundreds of thousands of people like, some of the big cons. But it's the best we can do. I tell you what, Sunico, we can definitely work something out, all right? That is no problem. We can figure out a ride, and you can come with, okay? Definitely. It'd be fun to hang out with you. We'll work out a deal or something. So, hi, Charles. How are you? So, what other questions does everyone has? We're looking for any more geek culture questions. Things to that aspect, just definitely need, want to answer anyone's questions or my opinions on anything that we have going on. So, I know we have to have more stuff. People got questions they want to ask, so let's ask them. Come on, let's do it. Let's do it. I know you guys want to ask. So, actually, I'm just going to go on a tangent while we're waiting. So, I remember when Okay, I'm going to go back a little bit now. So, when Fallout 4 came out a couple years ago, I remember I searched up and, like, all over the place for this freaking Nuka-Cola Quantum that they were selling as well. Because all I wanted is one wretched bottle of Nuka-Cola Quantum. And the wonderful Target, and yeah, I'm going to have to slam Target right now. The wonderful Target, which Target was the only place selling this stuff, and it was sold by Jones Cola, only stocked maybe 1 6-pack of this stuff. So, of course, they sell out ultra fast. And yeah, and I swear, 3 months wasted, I didn't even find a bottle of Nuka-Cola. So anyone could ever find me a bottle of Nuka-Cola, I would definitely be very appreciative. Are you a D&D geek? This is another one from Steph. Are you a D&D geek? Have you seen this Fairy Fire's 80 art-inspired extension? I haven't seen Fairy Fire's 80s art. I am a huge D&D geek. I play mostly Pathfinder nowadays. I've played actually 3 separate campaigns so far. Never finished any of them, unfortunately, but it happens a lot. Looking probably to get into a 4th soon. So if everything works out well, I'll be in a 4th campaign, another Pathfinder campaign, because I'm really kind of comfortable with Pathfinder. I played Pathfinder. That's what I kind of cut my teeth on. First game I played, I believe, was D&D 3.5. And after that, I went to Pathfinder, which was the first game I ever played for more than a few games, and that was with Matthew Cruz at his house, and that was a Friday night game. And I showed up religiously until the game stopped in October due to, just people weren't able to show up, and now I'm not sure if I'll be able to rejoin that game or not if that game starts back up. So, but I had a blast. I had a rogue. I've run what else have I run? I've run a rogue. I've run a war priestess. I've actually run 2 rogues and a war priestess. So, that's pretty much where I've been in that. Well, Adam, I will say, if you find me a bottle of the Nuka-Cola Quantum, I will be the happiest person you will ever see. I've been trying to find that forever, and every time I look for it online, people want astronomical. It's a bottle of soda, and people want insane amounts of money for it. Last one I saw, somebody wanted $300 for one bottle, and no, I'm not spending $300 for a bottle of soda. I don't care how much I love Fallout. I don't care. I do have, if I'm going to spend that kind of money on a collectible, I'm going to get something really awesome, like, an exact replica of, XO1 helmet, or, a T65 helmet or T51 helmet, or an exact replica of, one of the weapons of the game, something along those lines. If I'm going to ever cop out that much money, I mean, I've spent a lot of money on some collectibles. I think the most expensive thing I've owned, which I paid for, was my replica Stormtrooper helmet from A New Hope, which is a SFX exact replica. In some of my older videos, you see it in the background. Now it's in my living room, but that was, I'm not even going to say how much it was, but it was a lot of money. But it's the only helmet that is an exact replica from A New Hope, so it was kind of a big deal for me to get. So, I mean, other than that, a lot of my collectibles are cheaper. I do have a lightsaber. I do have, you see, I do have a lot of, framed art. I do have original can of card, not original can of card Star Wars. I have, they're the 99 reprints, or the re-releases, I would say, which they're still in their own right at this point. I mean, they're 99. We're now in 2018. They're nearly 20 years old themselves. And they're the ones that you see behind me, as well as I have a couple of the Micro Machine chip packs as well behind me. I also have the Firefly Reaction. I have the entire set of those, which that was except for the 2 SDCC ones, which I still need to order, which is Jane with the hat and Captain Mal with his coat. So those 2 I do need to order them, but I haven't gotten to it yet. It's just, it's between time, money, and everything else. Fortunately, we get older, we have bills to pay, and no bill. If I don't pay my bills, I don't have a place to live, I don't have a car. So, sometimes things have to take a little bit of priority over everything else. So what other questions do we have here? Yeah, it's, life is rough. I'll say this much, when we were growing up and we were in high school, we were all looking forward to being adults. We were out of our damn minds. Like, I don't know what was going on there. I don't know what we were thinking at all. So, what other questions do we have? Any other questions? Yeah, I want to go find my guidance counselor, but I want to go punch him in the face for like making me actually think being an adult was cool, because being an adult sucks. It really does. It's not fun at all. Having to go to work every day, pay bills, pay taxes, do this, do that, oh, look, I've got an extra $200. Well, I still have to go grocery shopping and put gas in my car. Oh, crap, I got $30 left. Yeah, there's my life. So, yeah, it's not fun. But, something, we do what we can to have fun. And that's what we need to do. So, we got a couple new joiners, which is cool. And I think we actually did hit 10 people total that have popped in here. So, this is a good thing. So, we're going to be doing the giveaway for the hat. So, those who have joined, hasn't seen yet, this is the giveaway. This is a Metal Gear Solid Loot Crate exclusive hat. It's got the exclamation point. It's a black snapback. And it actually has alert, warning, if y'all can see that. Yeah, it's really nice. I just got this in my recent Loot Gaming crate, but I don't wear hats. So I decided to give it up as a prize. Call it what you will, but... And also, we do have a contest running to see who's going to come on my show to, talk geek culture. So, we're going to be doing that in a few more minutes. I want to see if anyone else has any other questions. Please pop them up now. If not, we will be, I'm going to move into the gift, to everything else. So, alright, so... Still looking for questions. Anyone else got any geek culture questions? We still got more people popping up. How you doing, Brian? Glad you could show up. Yeah. All right, so we'll give a few more minutes here. Just talk anything else. So actually, one thing I'm going to talk about real quick. I just finished season 5 of RWBY. For those who don't know, RWBY is published by Rooster Teeth, which is the same company that puts out Red vs. Blue. That's probably their biggest release. However, it's a complete difference. Some people, I love RWBY. I've been watching it for the last few years. I was introduced to it back in 2 years ago. And I played catch up, and I watched season 4 all the way through, and I just finished season 5, which just finished up on, I think Saturday was the last episode. And this season, if you guys, I'm not going to put any spoilers out. I will say this. If this by far was probably the best season so far. I was completely blown away by it. Completely blown away. Just some of the stuff that happened in there and everything else. It was just, I can't put any spoilers out there, so I can't say anything that happened, which is but I'm going to be doing a full review of season 5 next week, so definitely keep a hold of that. And I will be publishing that next week, which will have spoilers. So if you guys don't want to watch spoilers, don't watch that episode, or just play catch up. I mean, it won't take that long. It's kind of, I will say that it's nice to see the team reunited. So, all right. So I guess that's all the questions we have. So let's do this giveaway. I'm gonna pull up a randomizer on my phone. I probably have to blur that out, but yeah, I have. There we go. That's what I should have did. So give me a minute here. I'm gonna add everyone in here. So we have. So I'm just putting stuff in. I have this randomizer thingy that. Alright, so the first drawing we're going to be doing is for the special guest appearance on the show, on an upcoming show. So let's see what we got here. And the winner is Sunako. Congratulations. So you get to show up on my show coming up. We'll talk after the show, and we will figure out, and we'll get you all scheduled in and everything else, and we'll figure everything out. So that's not a big deal. Okay, now we're going to do the hat. So it'll be fun. Yeah, right? Well, you excited? It's awesome, right? So the winner of this hat right here, once again, I'll show it off one more time. And we just had 2 more people show up, so let me add them in for the hat drawing. I'm just putting first names in because I'm lazy. Don't need to put last names in. And the winner of the hat goes to, should we have a drum roll? Let's do a drum roll. And there goes my camera, so that maybe wasn't a good idea. Adam wins the hat. So, Adam, I'm going to need an address, and I'll contact you afterwards on Facebook Messenger and everything else, and we will send you this, and I will send you I will get the hat in the mail probably as soon as, probably Monday, and you should have it by the end of the week. And if you want, I might be able to put in a signed headshot too, if you'd like. That's on you, though. So, congratulations to Sunako and to Adam for winning. This is awesome. So, I guess this is going to bring us to the end of this show. I hope everyone enjoyed it. I know I did. I will be doing another one in the future. Remember to catch That Trans Geek Girl on my YouTube channel. That Trans Geek Girl, as well as the new show when it comes out next month or the month after next, depending when I start getting some of the edits done, which is the Dystopian Chronicles. I mean, not Dystopian Chronicles, that was the old working title. Dystopian Archives, which will be the Dystopian Archives, which was, if you guys were here at the beginning of the presentation and Q&A, you guys would have seen the trailer I put out, so to speak, which is the nearly completed intro I've been working on. I have a couple more things I want to do to it, and a couple tweaks, things like that, before I have that done. And the first one will be a preface into what dystopian actually is. So it's going to be a lot of fun. I think it's going to be a really cool show, showing the darker side of fiction, darker side of in life, you know. I mean, there's a lot of things out there are dystopian, and we don't even realize what they, like, that actually could fit into that dystopian category. So I'm really looking forward to doing this show. But Trans Geek Girl's not going anywhere. We're just switching out, probably starting the end of March to bi-weekly, just so I can facilitate time to publish this new show. So until next time, we won't be live next time. So until next time, I have to say it. Y'all have a good one, and good night.
ったりしてる最中、誰にも心触らせたくなくて、ほっぺつり上げて笑顔取り繕うために何をしようかのプランで愛を歌う。並べただけの単語に意味なんかないのさ、それでいいのさ。この気持ちに気づいてしまう前にケンケンパンひょうひょうと行け。飲みそうな時